What is up, Wicked Turtle Nation? We just wanted to let you guys know that Wicked Turtle Network has decided to join the Raise Rebellion as brand ambassadors for Raise Energy Drink. Raise Energy gives you fresh, and that stands for focus, recovery, energy, stamina, and hydration. With zero sugar, absolutely no crash, electrolytes, and BCAA aminos. I encourage everyone listening or watching right now to raise up and join the Raise Rebellion yourself by going to your local GNC, vitamin shop, or even online at repsports.com and order yourself some Raise Energy drinks or other athletic supplements in bulk. And when checking out, use the order code WICKEDTURTLE for a 15% discount. The website and order code will be in the description of this cast. Here. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of the Duke's Dive. I'm the Duke Disputation here with my co-host, the dive instructor, Coach Calvin.
How's it going, everybody? We're audio today, no video.
Yeah. Audio here, I'll put it out on, we'll be out on the 22nd. And by next week, we should be back with video here. And by next month, What's Up Peeps, excuse me, will be back, and we will have a new intro and a couple different new things, like a new song and things like that. So look forward to that. Will be a new season of What's Up Peeps. So to kick things off here, I guess we'll start off with Monday Night Raw. For Raw and SmackDown, we'll just leave it as if anything of note happened, we'll make mention of it. I have two things of note. One first was the Cody Rhodes and Miz match. I thought that was pretty awesome.
Yeah, that was the promo leading to
that
it
was,
with Miz and Cody.
Him and Miz was great together.
Yeah, this was really good stuff. This was like top tier stuff. I was impressed with it.
Yeah, like I didn't hate the stuff he was doing in AEW anyway, but it fits right. It feels like it's always been his home, kind of like. Not that he didn't have a home over in AEW, excuse me, but yeah.
He definitely fits in better playing the good guy role in WWE than he did in AEW. It's different types of fan base, and the AEW fan base is more of the hardcore kind of wrestling audience, and I don't think like Cody's stuff was working for all of them versus now with the kind of more casual WWE audience, it seems to be working. And I mean, the segment was great.
Absolutely.
Match was good stuff.
I'm kind of wondering if Seth might lead him at some point down the dark path, though. Like if they're gonna jump into that, like it seems. But I think that he's gonna definitely have that rematch. But it seems like there might be maybe a hint of a tag team or something going on. Yeah, maybe you get the vibes.
That was confirmed for WrestleMania Backlash is the rematch. My guess is So my guess is, I'm 90%. There's a 10% certainty that I've seen that graphic floating on Twitter. So I believe that match is happening. I'm interested to see where this program goes. This has been so far since his return to WWE, Cody's stuff has been really good. It's been on point. Yeah. The promo work has been good. The reactions from the crowds and the people watching at home has been good. So it's just overall been pretty good stuff.
Yeah, I'd like to see where he's going to go from after that too.
Yeah. Definitely
a bevy of options he could go with. But yeah, my next mention would be the RK Bro versus Alpha Academy, Usos, and the Street Profits. Yeah. I thought that was a pretty good tag team match.
Yeah, excuse me. Oh, man, those last two matches, good. The other thing that I enjoyed on Monday Night Raw was the official television match debut of Veer against Dominic.
Oh yeah.
A lot of potential with Veer. I mean, memes aside,
sure.
the 8 months of videos and everything like that. But I mean, he looks. Everything he does looked really intense. I think there's a lot to build there with him, and I'm hopeful that they'll stick with it. And this isn't one of those deals where they push somebody hard for a month and then they kind of lose.
Yeah, he killed Dominic, and they've done a pretty good job over the past he's been on the screen a year now at least.
It's been, the promos have almost been, it was 8 months of videos before he debuted, and I mean with Dominic. I'm just saying, he's been there a while. They've done a pretty good job of showing that he's not just some little bump in the road. He's Ray's son. My hope with this is that this kind of leads to, because they kind of did it briefly a couple weeks ago with Dominic, is that this leads to maybe an NXT run for Dominic. I think a little bit of time in NXT, because he's pretty good. There's just a few
small around the edges
that need a little polishing, and I think 3 or 4 months in NXT working with some of those guys down there might help.
Yeah, he was just down there too, right?
Yeah,
I don't know who he got wrestle.
Did he wrestle either Mendoza or what was the other guy in Fintech? He wrestled somebody from that group. Either way, the match
Wild would be nice. Yeah,
that's who it was. Match was good though.
Yeah.
So that's all really. And that Raw was fine. It was Raw, but it wasn't. Raw's been pretty enjoyable the last month. I'll give them that. It's been keeping my interest.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I'm ready for tonight. As of recording this, we're doing that on a Monday, so.
Yep. So that's why we're getting through all this.
Yeah, absolutely. So, moving on. Yeah, I don't have anything more for Raw. So.
Same. That was the big points.
Yep. NXT we got. We opened up with Cameron Grimes defeating Solo Sikoa. That was a really good one too, and put that Solo right up there on that level that he needs to be too.
Yeah, this was a great match. I think, not to sidebar too much, but I do want to take a second to talk about, something with NXT, and this match is an example of it. They need to get the fuck out of Florida.
Oh my God, yeah.
That crowd was
terrible.
I'm all for the crowds, doing what they want to do, but these people were just booing Cameron Grimes for existing, and they just
yeah, it was like Bizarro World. I don't know what's going on to make them do that, or why they would.
It's weird
or what? Yeah,
it changes weekly based on but there's certain weeks when the makeup of the crowd in the performance center is very they're very. I don't know. Yeah, and they hurt the product in some ways, especially when somebody's trying to convey an emotional promo and the crowd is when they're half the crowd's chanting "You deserve it" and the other half's chanting "No, you don't." It's I don't know. It might be time to get NXT back on the road. I know.
Yeah,
that's probably not in the cards, but it'd be a good thing.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. I mean, excuse me, sorry, yeah, back when they went back to Altoona, that was fun to go and watch them live. That was the first time I'd seen Bianca Belair. She had literally just, I think that was like her maybe like second or third dark match at that point, so that was interesting to see.
I saw them NXT live at the casino in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that'd been nice too.
Yeah, it was Drew McIntyre against, and this shows you how long ago this was. It was Drew McIntyre against, I believe, Andrade was the main event. And then there was also Hideo versus Roderick Strong, and
man,
yeah, it was a pretty solid card, and it turned into something, I think, with Drew and the Street Profits against Andrade and a heel team. I don't remember, but it was a fun show. But I kind of miss NXT being on the road, and I think it would help, even if they just like once or twice a month, do it elsewhere, just to kind of get a different feel.
Yeah, for sure.
But overall though, back on point, this match was enjoyable. Solo Sikoa is coming into his own. This was a good match. I liked it.
Yeah, absolutely. Next up was Von Wagner defeating Ikemen Jiro. Ikemen, is it?
Ikemen Jiro.
Ikemen Jiro, yeah. Jacket Time.
Jacket Time, yeah.
Jacket Time, yeah, duh.
Him and Kushida.
Yeah. I think that's a good pairing, yeah.
Yeah, they're a good pair. The point is to try to get Von Wagner over as a monster heel. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah. Well, he'd been gone for at least a couple weeks now, right? Like,
yeah.
This is first I'd seen him in a while.
I think with Von Wagner, there's potential there. It's just finding something that works for him. And I don't know. I mean, it's still early on, so I can't make the call yet. But I don't know if this is going to work for him. I honestly think he would have been a better choice to pair with. Like, he would have been better off paired with Joe Gacy.
Yeah, that would have been nice too.
I think like Harland and Von Wagner just wrecking people. It would work. It would make kind of an effective, tag team for
the dogs in the background here.
That's all right. I mean, that would be, but I mean, we'll see. He's still young, and there's lots of time to kind of figure out what works for Von Wagner, and that's kind of the point of NXT, is to figure out what works, what doesn't work. So
Yeah, he seemed to have a different little look going on too. So
yeah,
I like that. But going up next was Diamond Mine defeating Legado del Fantasma. This is the first of the tournament, correct? To crown the NXT championships.
Wait, was this the? No, I think we hopped into the gauntlet.
Something over?
Yeah, because I think you hopped into the gauntlet match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, that's Next
there was a little bit.
Next up was Mandy Rose versus Dakota Kai.
Yes. This was good. I enjoyed this a lot. Dakota's great. Mandy's gotten so much better. This was fun. I liked it. Oh
yeah, definitely. And I could see her and Kai going again too.
Mm-hmm.
And definitely sets up for the next week or whatever. But
how about the I mean, I know we go over the matches, but like the promos from Joe Gacy, how good were those?
Oh my god, yeah! Ever since the kidnapping of Rick,
yes,
they've been all excellent.
The putting the ring onto like his finger, like
yeah,
just absolutely like creepy, like unsettling heel work. Like I'm definitely looking for an angle with him and Braun. I think it gives Braun an unconventional heel to play off of, because Braun has been playing off of more kind of traditional heel like Dolph Ziggler and Santos Escobar. So this kind of gives them somebody that's a little outside of the box. So I'm excited for this program.
Yeah, not to compare him to anybody, but it reminds you of back in the day with the Bray Wyatt promos when he was first starting in NXT. So it really seems like they're gonna give him something, and he's we know he's excellent in the ring,
Yeah.
But
him and Braun are going to have a great match, and also throw Harland in there too. There'll be some good stuff with Braun and Harland. So
definitely need to see more Harland. So
yeah.
Then after that, Randy Rose and Dakota Kai was Zion Quinn versus Drew Anthony, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew Anthony.
Draco Anthony.
Oh, Draco Anthony. I'm sorry.
Draco. This was fine. You know, I like Zion Quinn. I think he's another one who I think.
Yeah, he's definitely another one that has an interesting look.
Yeah, and he has potential. It's just finding. He's another one they've kind of played around with a little bit too, like just trying to find that one thing that'll work, propel him to that next level. But overall, this was fine. You know, I enjoyed it. It was it's good.
Yeah.
You know, no complaints.
Real quick, but it wasn't. You know, I mean, a squash or whatever. But anyways, yeah. The next was the gauntlet, the tag team gauntlet.
Yes.
Which the first match was Diamond Mine defeating the Legado del Fantasma.
Yeah. This was good. Raul got a new name. He's now Del Toro Cruz is what he's going by.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, well, because the name's getting rid of the whole real life name thing is becoming a thing, and it's fun.
Yeah, that's understandable.
Yeah, but this was you know, entire match was pretty good. I mean, I don't want to jump to the ending before you get to it, but we'll get there in a minute. Overall, I enjoyed this match.
It was good, and then they went in to face Briggs and Jensen, which they had defeated Briggs and Jensen, and then they were in a match with Grayson and Waller and Sanga. Is that the guy's name? All right, and then they defeated them. Then, in the climax of it, they faced Pretty Deadly, team from NXT UK, making their debut on. Is it their debut or?
Yeah, this would be their. This would be their American debut. Yeah, because obviously they've wrestled on NXT UK, but this would be their
right.
debut. This was their first match though, because they only appeared. Well, this would be their wrestling debut because they did do the unmasking bit last week, but that was about it. Where they
right.
Promo. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them guys. They're pretty interesting. So.
I like that they play up the gimmick, the flamboyant male model, Zoolander-esque type gimmick. I don't know. I don't know. I think they do a good job of it, and they had that crowd pissed, so like they definitely did. They did their job, which was
and they had some pretty good promo work too this week.
Yeah.
To speak of promos.
Yeah, their promo they played was fantastic. And it's like. It's so funny because, like, I've seen, off on a tangent here, people compare them to the Young Bucks, which blows my mind because, like...
I don't know. I don't see that.
Yeah, other than being a dude with one guy with long dark hair and one guy with long blonde hair, different style, it's a different gimmick, and I'm not shitting on the Young Bucks. I think they're great wrestlers. I'm just saying, like, these are different... Right. Other than long hair, these men have nothing in common. Like, they don't even work... that similar of a style of people, like, you know, but overall, I think giving them the belts was the right call. It puts the belts on a heel team, which then allows the Creed brothers to, like, you know, do the chase and have that.
Oh yeah, sweet too, yeah.
And now I guess we have to wait and see what happens with Wesley.
Yeah, absolutely.
One thing I noticed, it's not funny, but it just made me like kind of go, oh boy, was when Pretty Deadly picked up the tag belts. On the left side of the belts, if you watch, the nameplate for Wesley is still on there. They took Nash Carter's nameplate off and replaced it with a generic W. I mean, I would say that the 2K22 DLC is not going to happen, nor is his toy. I'm going to say that.
Yep, I can understand that.
Wesley will be the sole action
Just to speak
figure.
on what's going on with that, not to say anything, because if that comes to legal things, whatever, then that. Okay, but other than that, we're just saying I don't think he's going to be featured moving forward. So.
Yeah, I think Nash Carter, for the time being, without getting into it, I would say is done business for the time being. Yeah. And whether you agree or disagree, that's not what this podcast. That's all we do on this podcast. Save that for Twitter.
Yeah, absolutely.
All we're saying is he will have moved on from the business for a bit. So
for the time being, anyways. So
yeah, but that was NXT. Good show overall.
Decided at the end of the weekly stuff, we'll say if it was a dive or a flop. So yeah, I think it was a dive. So I don't like to do the ups and downs on every match. So I've just figured the weekly stuff for that, and then if there was a pay-per-view type thing, whatever out of 10, maybe they do the dive, whatever. So just to keep it in theme.
I would say it's a dive. It's worth the watch. Raw from last week, other than little and fast forward through, is definitely worth the watch too. So
yeah, absolutely. So next is Wednesdays. We're on Wednesday, and this is Dynamite. CM Punk defeated Penta Oscura. Thought that was a really good one. I had been wanting to see Punk and Penta for as long as I've known who Penta was. He's one of those guys I'd thrown under the belt and said, hey, if Punk ever does come back, he's one of the ones on top. So that was a pretty good one.
I saw bits of this. This looked pretty good. Penta's great. Punk is great. So that's not a shocker.
Oh yeah, absolutely not. Not to skip through anything, but we're going to go through it fast so we can get it done before Raw does come on here at 8. So, yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. So Jurassic Express defeated Red Dragon. Thought this was excellent. This was the first official title match of Belt Week, I like to call it, with Dynamite and the 2 night of Rampage, not Rage. Yeah. So, yeah. What a way to kick it off for the Belt Week. Jurassic Express and Red Dragon. I did think that Red Dragon was going to pick up the win on this one, though. To be honest with you. I thought
I'm surprised they didn't too. Like that was where they were going, but you know.
Yeah, then it seemed that they would have a faction more with the Elite and Undisputed. Still seems like that's gonna be the major match moving forward that they're heading towards, though, with Kenny coming back to make a. I don't think he's gonna be too happy with Adam Cole. with the way it seems like it's going. Anyway. Yeah. And so yeah. Captain Shawn Dean then defeated MJF by with a little help from Wardlow. So that does make MJF 0-3 against Shawn Dean. You love to see that. MJF on a losing streak.
Bet.
I'm going to say it right now, and I don't think it's a shock to you or anybody else listening, that I do believe when it's time for them to be bidding for him, we're going to see him versus The Miz. Let's be for real. And if people will be pissed or off about that or whatever, just the way they are with Cody, there's going to be people that's going to go from one place to the other. It's just, I view it, as a place to work,
I think, people, you would think they'd be happy for the wrestlers because ultimately, you want them to make the most money and be the happiest they are. And, nobody, nobody leaves to go to like nobody leaves WWE to go to AEW or vice versa, you know, to like be miserable. They go there because like they think they'll be better off and they'll make money. So like
yeah, or they'll make better magic or do things that they feel like they want to do more or whatever, more towards their goals.
It's not, so like if MJF
I don't view it as a war. I know that, it's pretty evident there's something going on, but like most people that are rational that say, hey, who was it? John Cena was just saying that, it's like these other places that are available to work, it makes, it strives for them, the other places to do better or move out of the way. So
to me, it's like, it's just, there's two, they both offer wrestling, but what they offer in terms of pro wrestling is two completely different experiences. And I mean, there is no war. There's just places for wrestlers to work and to try different things and to do different experiences, and that's it. So I guess we'll get back on AEW here before we get off too much.
So next up was a 6-man. Jericho, Garcia, and Hager defeat Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. I know you've seen the meme that going around, like Jericho's doing a Raw kind of thing in AEW, and Cody Rhodes is kind of doing like an AEW thing in Raw. Or vice versa. You know what I mean? With the sports entertainer kind of thing that Jericho's got going on.
I mean, it's the Jericho reinventions that he's done in AEW. This one's probably the weakest, but at the same time,
right? At least now at this point, anyway.
Yeah, it's still early, and it could, there could be an end game here to this, but I mean, either way, like at his age and to look as good as he does and to work,
oh my God,
like all the props in the world to Jericho, like that's really all.
I mean, can be. Before I would have killed to look like that, and then like he had seen the criticism and toned it even further. So it's like, Jesus, and he's like, what? I looked it up. I think he's like, 46?
He's 46 or 47. Yeah, he's almost 50. But like he still works at a rate that somebody probably half his age like would have trouble keeping up with. Yeah. It's Jericho. I mean, whether good or bad, at least he tries stuff. So I'll give him all the credit in the world for taking risks and doing different shit, whether it's going to work out or not.
Absolutely. So, yeah. Then Keith Lee and Swerve Strickland defeat Powerhouse Hobbs and Ricky Starks. This was a really good one, and I enjoyed the stuff that Swerve and Lee were doing together.
Yeah.
And Keith Lee's not usually a guy that, you usually see. Well, you've not seen him in WWE. You've been a tag team guy.
No, he's not. He's never been a big tag dude.
Yeah.
But, I'm happy that Swerve and Keith Lee are both on TV and getting a chance to do something that's fun.
Oh, yeah. And, given time, we'll talk a little bit more about Swerve Strickland on the show moving forward. So, the main event was Samoa Joe defeating Minoru Suzuki for the ROH. It was the TV title, correct? Yeah. Yep. So Samoa Joe is the ROH TV title, and then he was attacked by, oh my goodness, I forget the guy's name.
The Indian, the basketball player.
Yeah, and he just bounced his head off the freaking mat. That was, they're making him out to be a big threat too. And then he's got who is it? Sanjay Dutt.
Sanjay Dutt
and Jay Lethal. Yeah. It was weak to me, but I'm looking forward to see where they're gonna go with it.
It was Yeah, it was definitely, to me, it was a great way to do it. I mean, I would have, I think I still would have done it to Samoa Joe, but I would have, like, especially if they're setting up like Joe and Lethal. But
Yeah, yeah.
I would have waited until next week. I wouldn't have this match. Like, people were really into this match. People were hyped for this match, and then to like do that afterwards, kind of, I think, took the wind out of a lot of people's sails. And it was just like there was
that right there.
Do this debut, and I also wouldn't have done the lights off deal. I would have just had like Joe in the ring, kind of being distracted by Jay Lethal, and then this dude like runs from behind and nails Joe. Like the light, because if you're doing the lights out, lights on thing, when the lights come on, you got to make sure somebody like worth turning the lights on. I'm not saying this guy can't be great, but he's so brand new.
Absolutely.
Nobody knew.
And I'm sure with Sanjay and Lethal, he'll be good. But you know, I'm sure that when the lights came off, people were expecting one of the names that have been floating around there that haven't been nailed down to a place yet to be on the other end of the ring, for sure.
But you know, we'll see where they take this. So
not enough to make it a flop. It's still a dive to me. So because Dynamite was good, and then moving into Impact, which Impact was pretty short this week, given the fact that the two matches I had set aside for the other stuff, they were pretty Impact heavy. If you when we get to that, well, you'll see that there's only like 3 matches with Impact. It opened up with Diana Purrazzo defeating Diana Purrazzo defeating Willow Nightingale. I like to see Willow; she's really, really good. So to see her, but it seems like every time you see her, she's on the other end of a title match, but losing that title shot, unfortunately. Because you could go back to like the ROH Women's Inaugural Championship Tournament, and you know she's there for sure, but she's just not getting that W yet. She's gotten a couple on AEW Dark Elevation though, so I will give her that.
And I think AEW is probably a month away from her into a contract, so I think like
oh yeah, for sure.
I think start to see some big wins and some big moments once that kind of happens.
Yep. And next up was Jonathan Gresham defeating Rocky Romero. That was a really good one too. Jonathan Gresham had put the ROH World Championship on the line against Rocky Romero, so it just to show how crazy this week is going to get. Impact Wrestling ROH World Heavyweight Championship title match, Jonathan Gresham and Rocky Romero. So that was an awesome match. And next was Alex Shelley defeating Steve Macklin. Steve Macklin's one of those guys I'm really grown on the past couple of months. Ever since he's really got this kind of new look. He honestly kind of looks like the Punisher to me.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's grown on me. And to pick up a win... Oh, no. Yeah, he didn't pick up a win against Alex Shelley this week. But
no,
yeah. It seems like that he's going to bring a buddy in to Impact with him. And maybe him and this buddy will face Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin. So that'd be really neat to see on Impact. And to finish Impact off, we had the main event of Jonah defeating PCO. So that was really good too. And to finish that off, Jonah did like a splash off the top with the steel chair on PCO, and then like nailed him like, oh my god, I want to say like 20 times. Just to, like, make sure he kept down and didn't get back up, because he kept popping back up like Frankenstein. You know, PCO.
Yeah.
So yeah, very, very short week of Impact. Good. it's a dive for me. So we'll move on to Rampage. The Battle of the Belts. It was a 2-night event, so basically it was just Rampage Night 1 and Night 2. Rampage on Friday and then Saturday. So Night 1 was the Blackpool Combat Club defeating the Gun Club. I thought that was awesome. It was to see Moxley and it was Moxley, Wheeler, and Bryan. So to see those guys in there with the Gun Club, and I'm sure that all Billy's kids are gonna learn a lot, and just to see them with Billy Gunn was awesome too. It reminds me back when John was in WWE. I think they had a pretty good match with DX.
Yeah.
The DX guys. It was the Shield versus, I think it was 3 members. I think it was. Anyway, I want to say he was in that.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway.
Yep.
The next one was the Butcher defeating Barrett Brown. Real quick, fast match. Made the Butcher look super strong, so can't argue with that.
No.
The next one was Ruby Soho defeating Robin Renegade. This was really good. I did make note that Robin Renegade and they had pulled some twin magic basically.
Mm-hmm.
So that's pretty interesting to see that go on with that, and I'm sure that's going to keep on happening until the refs figure it out one day.
It'll become a thing,
Yep. And the main event of Night 1 was Hangman Page defeating Adam Cole. I kind of really seen this going the other way, but I'm glad. I am glad that Page picked up the win here.
Yeah. Hold on to the belt for a little bit.
For sure. Hopefully, anyway.
He's gonna end up dropping it to Punk. I guarantee it.
Well, there's a prediction right there.
Yep. There's my call. Not within the year. I don't know exactly, but that's just within the year. But yeah, that's all I really have.
Yeah, unless because my view would be that Kenny comes back and takes it.
I don't know if Kenny's gonna go right into the title picture or not. We'll see.
That would make sense too. I'm interested to see the way that's gonna go when he comes back, because I'm sure they do. As much as people say they don't, they do care about wins and losses, and the fact that Kenny hasn't been there, and the fact that stats reset year after year, he has no, claim at a title match right now. So, absolutely. So, yeah, that was a good one for me. That was a dive. So, moving on to Rampage Night 2 was a 3-match event. Sammy Guevara defeated Scorpio Sky with the low blow. Pretty interesting to see that one. I don't know how they did it, but I'm completely uninterested between her and what is the it was Ty Conti and what's the girl from American Top Team?
Oh, yeah. I don't care about any. It's just none of this works for me. It's
Yes. I'm glad I'm not the only one then.
Yeah,
so.
I don't dig it, but whatever. So let's move on. Yeah, next match.
Jonathan Gresham defeats Dalton Castle. Now this one was an excellent one.
Yeah.
Jonathan Gresham was just all over the place this week.
Yeah, busy week for him. We'll see what the future of Ring of Honor looks like after Tony's announcement Wednesday. Maybe ROH will have some kind of steady TV.
Oh, that's the big announcement is coming Wednesday, huh?
Yeah, my guess is it's either New Japan, AEW, like joint pay-per-view or Ring of Honor.
That or Ring of Honor Weekly would make sense because to touch on that, I was going to cover Ring of Honor Weekly. Ring of Honor Weekly was a show from 2016, and then the week prior to that, my DVR had catfished me. It literally recorded the news. I skimmed through all 2 hours of it. It was literally recorded 2 hours of news and told me it was Ring of Honor. So unacceptable.
Yep. All right. We'll top on to the last match because we are running low on time here.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next one was Thunder Rosa defeat Nyla Rose. And for some reason, they did say that it was explained somewhere in a promo. Vicky Guerrero was not with Nyla this instance. So, yeah. I think that might have caused the distraction there, and maybe that's why she had lost. But I mean, it was definitely a strong match for sure.
Thunder Rosa's great, so I'm sure this was awesome.
Yeah, it was really good, and I could see them going for a rematch for sure too. So.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, that does wrap up our weekly stuff here, and I'll go on here later and record the other 2 matches here, but that's it for the coach and I for this week.
Yeah. As always, follow me on everything on all social media at TheSeanCalvin, and we got a little show coming up.
Absolutely, May 14th
at the marketplace. The Steamtown Marketplace in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Yes, sir.
High tension wrestling, Electric City Showdown. Can't wait. Super excited.
Go to hightensionhtw.com for tickets. General admissions 20, front rows 25, and it will be streaming live on IWTV.
And it's going to be awesome.
It definitely is. Absolutely. It's going to be fun.
And Wicked Turtle, we're going to, we'll be all over that. They'll be talking about us a lot during commentary.
Absolutely.
I'm going to have my Wicked Turtle shirt on, hopefully. So.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And, what the heck was I going to say here? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, anyways, that there's a free fan event from 12 to 4. That's what I wanted to say. So, yeah, we'll be there for you guys. Come get a picture. Come get some stickers. Come buy a shirt from Coach and Kit both.
Yep. I'll be there with Kit Raff, and I'll be there with Wicked Turtle. You'll see me bouncing around. So,
absolutely.
Make sure you're there. And that's right now all I have to plug. Oh, except follow Backbreakers Entertainment on social media, on their Twitter.
Absolutely. We'll have that in the description
Instagram
as well.
And that's it. That's all I got.
All right, everybody. Well, I'm going to let the coach go and then start recording some other stuff. So thanks for listening this week. Ladies and gentlemen, the Duke is back. I'm going solo as Coach had some stuff to do. He's going to go watch Raw and whatnot. But I did have 2 different matches to talk about. 2 different events to talk about this week outside of our weekly stuff. And those 2 shows are New Japan Wrestling Windy City and Swerve's House. So, let me get started by talking to you guys about New Japan Windy City. I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it, but I did have a couple of my friends on Facebook that went to this, and they were showing pictures and looked like they had an excellent time, so I decided, you know what, I'm going to check this out myself, too. This was a multi-madness event of epic proportions, and like I said, I didn't see a lot of people talk about it because this was awesome to see how many people from how many different wrestling umbrellas were under the same roof. Um, as you'll see as I get into this. The Factory, which was QT Marshall, Aaron Solo, and Nick Camarado, defeated Ken Fredericks, Clark Connors, and Yuya Unema. Other than that, moving on, the next match was Fred Rosser, Chris Dickinson, Josh Alexander, Alex Coughlin, Ren Narita defeat Danny Limelight, the Toxic Poppy, excuse me, I like Danny Limelight, Black Tiger, Jarrell Nelson, Royce Isaacs, and J.R. Kratos. Then Tom Lawler defeated Yuji Nagata. After that, the Bullet Club, which was Chris Bay, Hikuleu, El Phantasmo, and the Good Brothers, defeated the United Empire, which was TJP, Aussie Open, Aaron Henry, and Great Okan, Jeff Cobb, Kyle Fletcher, and Scott Norton. Really cool to see Scott Norton. Just like I said, there's all these people under one umbrella tonight was really cool. Next up was Finn Juice with Brody King. Defeated Jonah, Shane Haste, and One Bad Dude Tito. Then Jay White defeated Shota Umino. Excellent match. Then we had Tomohiro Ishii defeating Minoru Suzuki. And once I was talking to Coach earlier, and we were bringing up the age of Chris Jericho, and I just wanted to make note, like, these guys were doing crazy stuff, Tomohiro Ishii and Minoru Suzuki, like taking concrete bumps over guardrails and stuff like that, and like, Tomohiro is 46, and Minoru is 55, and you know, like I said, just for reference, I think Chris Jericho's either 46, 47, Edge is like right up there, like 46, 47. So these, they don't need to be doing that kind of stuff, but they are, which that's crazy. But props to these men for doing that and still continuing to entertain on that level at that age. Not to be ageist, though. And it did set up for Tomohiro Ishii versus Eddie Kingston on May 15th, as Eddie Kingston did come out to call out Tomohiro Ishii. So, next up was Jon Moxley defeating Will Ospreay. Boy, this one was a bloody affair. Really great show, really great stuff. NJPW City, Windy City, it's going to get me to want to watch NJPW Strong moving forward, too. I don't know if we'll cover that on a weekly basis, as you've seen with the audio stuff, that we had just enough time this week to cover what we did cover, so that's probably something that I would throw on and cover myself and just watch for my own stuff and maybe cover on the dive their monthly stuff, their main events, as it were. But yes, thank you. The next up is Swerve's House. I give New Japan Wrestling Windy City a 9 out of 10. But yeah, like I said, next up is Swerve's House. A lot of Impact guys on here, a lot of Ring of Honor guys, a lot of AEW guys, a lot of AEW Impact, ROH dudes and ladies. Moose defeated Speedball Mike Bailey. Deonna Purrazzo defeated Billy Starks. Dan the Dad versus Jake Manning was interrupted and turned into a match against Infrared, which they lost with the help with Mr. Phil Stamper, of course. And this one is a shout out to the match on Impact. Steve Macklin, and I was alluding to his buddy would come and help him wrestle with the guys on Impact was Steve Macklin and Weston Blake. They defeated the American Wolves, which we know is Eddie Edwards and Davey Richards. Then Jake Crist defeated the one called Manders. Trey Miguel defeated Ace Austin, Blake Christian, and Lindsay Dorado in what was an Impact and Remix Pro title match. Ace Austin said, if I'm going to put up my Remix Pro title in a match against multiple people like I always do, like I'm always put up against, then I'm going to have you put up your X Division title. So he did, and Trey Miguel beat him, and he's a double champion now. Then Crash Jackson, in a scramble match, defeated Jessica Havoc, Calvin Tankman, Madman Fulton, Beef, and Grizzly Cal Jack. Then Swerve Strickland defeated Athena in an amazing match. JT Dunn defeated Rich Swann and is the heavyweight champion of Wrestling Revolver, and I didn't like that one at all, especially with the help of Mr. Philip Stamper, and I'm sure that Rich Swann is going to get his revenge on JT Dunn, just you watch. But I really did enjoy Swerve's House, and for what it was, I do definitely give it an 8 out of 10. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, you have reached the end of the Duke's Dive. Thank you for listening, and I hope you join us next week. My little bit of promotion here is, of course, we already talked about it a little bit here, but my promotion this week is High Tension Network. My promotion this week is High Tension Network. High Tension Network is doing Electric City Showdown at the Steamtown Marketplace on May 14th. There's going to be a free fan event from 12 to 4, and the show doors open at 6, bell time at 7. General admission is $20, front row is $25. You can get tickets on hightensionhtw.com, and streaming will be live on IWTV. You'll see people like Coach and Kit, Adina Steele, Tommy and Beth, The Goons, Nunzio, H.C. Loke, JTG, Johnny Moran, Mike Mitchell, Dan Champion, and many, many more. So, like I said, High Tension Wrestling, Electric City Showdown at the Steamtown Marketplace, May 14th. And also, April 30th, Ultimate Wrestling in Lyons, Pennsylvania, 9 Manhattan Street. Front row $20, general admission is $12, $15 at the door. This show is part of the Rope to Rope Wrestling umbrella. You can find them guys at facebook.com/Ultimate Wrestling 247. Facebook.com/Ultimate Wrestling 247. They got a website, www.ultimatewrestling.us. If you want to get tickets, you can call 315-945-1323. At this show, Ultimate Wrestling, April 30th, you can see guys like Tony Toxic, Diamond City War Machines, Rob Sweet and Dewey Murray, the Open City Hellboys, and Draven the One and Only, and Marie, and many, many more. So Ultimate Wrestling, April 30th, Lyons, Pennsylvania, 9 Manhattan Street. Facebook.com/Ultimate Wrestling 247, www.ultimatewrestling.us. Call 315-945-1323. Thank you for listening to the Duke's Dive this week. We will catch you next time.